Oh, that was so bad. Why didn't I hit him? Even though it looks like a hammer, the mace is a really interesting weapon. It's fairly simple to create and does a lot of damage. To craft it, you're going to need a breeze rod and a heavy core. Starting off with 0, we're going to go ahead and go into our loom. Take a black banner, placing it into the loom with some white dye. Then we're going to choose this bottom white base. Then we're going to choose the line off to the left, the white pale Dexter. Then we're going to choose the top one, the white chief. Then we'll choose the white pale sinister. And then we'll choose the line going diagonal like so. Then we can switch on over to our black dye and we're going to choose the border just like this. And there we have 0. Cats no longer rule the game because Mojang let the dogs out. I know it's a horrible joke, but I had to make it. In 1.20.5, we were introduced to 8 different dog variants. Or is it wolf variants? Let me know in the comments down below. Actually, I think it is wolves because you can find them in the wild. Anyway, the original wolf is now called the pale wolf, and the pale wolf can be found in the taiga biome. Do you know what the strongest block in Minecraft is? It's tough. In the 1.21 update, we have a lot of expansions for the tough block family. Along with tough in its original form, we can now craft it into stairs, slabs, and even walls. Tough can be found in the overworld at the deep slate level. In the latest update, we've also gotten polished tough. To craft it, all you need to do is find your crafting table and a stack of tough, and you're going to put it in a 2x2 area like so to get polished tough. We also have access to chiseled tough. To get this, go into your stone cutter with tough, and it should be your first option. So last episode, we spent our time building up this wonderful storage building, and I love it. I've done a little bit of inside work, and I've got my plan for this episode ready to go. So while on stream, I went ahead and filled in this area up here, and we have a very nice open area to mess with. And what's going on, everybody? How is everybody doing? Bacon is the first in chat. Let's give Bacon a round of applause, everyone. How you doing? Yes, I was 3 minutes early. I was going to start like 10 minutes early, but I had to update OBS because my multi-streaming plugin was not working for some reason. It would not show up. So I had to update OBS, and luckily that fixed everything else. We got Shy here as well early. Yes, I'm here. And then you guys are saying Schmerly. Oh, that's classic. Slow clap for Bacon. Very, very cool. CK, how you doing? Old man. Yeah, my back hurts today. It has been a long week. I'm happy it's Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday. I go on vacation tomorrow. It's just like 2 days, but my mom's coming to watch my kids, and I get to escape with my wife. We're gonna go do some last minute things for school and such, against my own discretion, which I don't like seeing school stuff out in July. August 1st is fine, but July, no thank you. Look, it's my school dad. It's a high honor, Bacon. I'm so happy. Bread is here. Wow, there's no one in YouTube. That's wrong. You are somebody. Don't ever say you're no one. Bread is somebody. We just started stream. Also, I don't care about the views. If viewers aren't watching, that's okay. Our last stream has gotten quite a bit of views. I was kind of shocked. And also, the Copper Golem one we did last week. No, not last week. The week before. It's almost got like 500 views, which is the most I've ever seen for one of my live streams, which is insane. So no, you guys are doing great. Sometimes people get busy, sometimes they can't be here, and that's okay. Things happen. Life happens, guys. If you can't be here, don't beat yourself up. It's okay. Marching band, yay or nay? I personally liked doing marching band. Were there parts of it I didn't like? Yes, but I feel like everybody has those moments. I personally liked it. I think you would enjoy it. Yeah. It was fun. I met a lot of my lifelong friends there. I met my wife in marching band. Yeah, I can't complain. Theater. I can't speak for the theater nowadays. I think it's probably better. The theater kids I knew back in college were a little different, but that's also the same for band kids. Some band kids can be a little different. CK asking for only wooden tools. CK, I have a pencil. That's my wooden tool. There we go. That's my wooden tool for you, CK. The theater. CK's just flexing his points right now over on Twitch. The theater program's actually been doing a lot of really cool shows in the last few years, so I would say go for it. Try it out. Yeah. Actually, I was thinking of the Sci-Fi Kids. Now I was thinking of Theater Kids. Sorry. Put a pin in that. My band director, who I don't associate with anymore, he always said to watch out for the Theater Kids. Theater Kids, honestly, they're fine. It was the Sci-Fi Kids, sorry. The Sci-Fi Kids were a little different, but, that's sci-fi. I like a lot of sci-fi stuff, so I get it. I get it. I've seen the people at comic conventions. They're cool people. They're just like you and me. They're different, and that's fine. Cass is over on TikTok. How you doing? I still want to go to a comic convention. I'm hoping to try to get to that one down in Kansas City at some point. I just don't know when that's going to happen. I think there's a couple in Nebraska, but I don't know. I don't know any dates or anything. Sorry, my vertical monitor has been blinking like all day. It'll like randomly go black and then come back on. So if I ever lose chat, just know it's my monitor. I don't know what's going on. I might have to replace it. We'll see. If you guys want to help me do that, you can hit subscribe over on Twitch. I think I need to set a cheaper time or a cheaper price for my subs, but I'm working on that. I just got to figure out how to do it. But my monitor's been glitching out today. I don't know how long it's been since I was last here. You've checked in a couple times, but you've been busy and doing other things. So I'm happy to have you. Thank you for the likes. I appreciate you. You must hold that pencil until you play Minecraft. Okay, I can do that. That's what we gotta do, guys. I gotta hold the pencil until we play Minecraft. What about Desmond's? Des. Oh, Des Moines, Iowa. I think there's a comic book convention there. A buddy of mine lives in Des Moines. I don't know if he's gone. Oh, wait, no, that was the one. My mom actually, because if you guys don't know, I'm from Iowa. That's originally where I'm from. I'm not going to tell you where I'm at now. But my mom actually talked about going to that. And we unfortunately did not get tickets to go, even though I really wanted to go because I wanted to meet Charlie Cox and Vincent D'Onofrio from Daredevil Born Again. Daredevil in general. They played Daredevil and Kingpin. I really wanted to meet them and do all that. And there was a bunch of like anime voice actors and Power Rangers that were there from my childhood. I would love to meet, but I didn't get tickets to go, sadly. But no, that's another one on my list I would love to get to go. So if you're from the Midwest area and you're around that area, I'll let you know when I'm going. I'm with Cam Nas. Hello, everybody. How you doing? Hope you're having a good summer. Hope you're free of school if you're graduated and having a good time. Thanks for the likes there, Bailey. You can get tickets up front, too. Oh, that's true. I always think of it like Comic-Con, because Comic-Con, I think they changed it up now. You have to enter through a raffle. It's like a lot of the stuff you do over in Japan, where you have to enter a raffle to get tickets to go to anything. And if you don't win the raffle, you don't get to go. So, you went last year, and... I'm guessing that means good, right? I hope that means good. Very, very cool. Oh. So, is everyone having a good Thursday? Everybody ready for the weekend? I know my students, they're getting ready for powwow. We're actually looking at going next week, so keep your eyes open. I plan on being there. Am I from Japan? No. I really want to go to Japan, though. I've read a lot. I've watched a lot of videos on it, and yeah, I really hope to go one day. It's my bucket, like my top bucket list place to go next to Ireland. I want to go to Ireland really bad. Cass has band camp in about a week. Sounds exciting. Yeah, I've been trying to go to powwow for the last few years, and I'm really sad that I haven't gotten to gone. Every year, there's always something that shows up, like happens. So I'm hoping this year I can. Hold on 1 minute, guys. I got a kid who's crying. One moment. Sorry to step away like that, guys. One of the kids that's staying with us just woke up. She misses her mom. We're dropping them off with their mom tomorrow. So sorry for stepping away, people. If you're jumping in and saw an empty chair, I apologize. I'm still here though. Let me see. What did I miss? Bacon's camping there. Shy's gonna force Bandit to go. Sounds cool. Davnici MC. Can you do a shout out to Montana, please? Montana! There we go. Shout out to Montana. Oh, you gotta fight for your on spot. Got it. Therefore, I shall camp and be gremlin in the trees. I can just imagine you in the trees with like rocks or something. He's like, yeah, and just throwing them at people. That's what I'm imagining right now. Also get to opening for staking at 5 a.m. I'm guessing that's when they open up the grounds and people can go in and stake their plot where they're staying. My watch, I swear, I need to get either a new watch or a new watch band because it's super, super loose right now. And you made me laugh a lot. Hey, I'm here to try to be funny in times. If you don't find me funny, that's okay. My wife doesn't either. I know you so well. It's almost like I've known you for 7 years there, Bacon. All right. So last stream, we were working in my creative world because I've wanted to get into Cyberpunk building, and I got so into it that I stayed up like all night yesterday. Or was it the night before? Might have been the night before. Wednesday night. Yeah, Wednesday. Yesterday. Sorry. I had a lot of caffeine yesterday, so I'm tired and I'm ready to get to bed tonight. And I finished the build that we did on Tuesday because I was like hyper focused on getting it done. And I'll show you guys in a second, but I had a lot of fun doing it. I want to try building some more, but we're going to build some assets today. So like different things that can go on buildings. They're not going to be perfect anyway, because you can move stuff around and do things like that. But stuff that I can like copy and paste into builds that would fit or do something like that, even if I have to change blocks around, and we'll do different things as we go. So that's going to be a lot of fun for today. Are we completing side quests this year? I don't know. Also opening for claiming spots. Is that 8 a.m. Gotcha. Yes, Bacon is a student of mine. They just recently graduated. They'll always be one of my students, though. Former student, you still Bro did not get kicked out. You guys graduated. I'm proud of you guys for graduating, because that's a good thing to do. Always finish school, guys. It bums me out when I've had students who have gotten this close to graduation. They're like 4 months off. And they're like, you know what, I'm done, and then just drop out. Don't do that. Finish strong. You're almost there. And you guys did, and I'm very proud of you guys for that. I am more than happy to have you come help, Bacon. I think you are the perfect person to help because of your love for it. I think you, like, even if even if Shy wants to come help too, I'll gladly take both of you. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I was working on the music for it a little bit, but I haven't touched it. So I know you did, but you stuck through and you powered through. I'm proud of you, Shy. Don't ever look against that because you did a great job. So this is the build that we kind of took a lot of inspiration for. Again, this is not my build. This is Stella Gaming's, and she did a fantastic job on it, and I took a lot of reference from it in my build. I'm going to show you my build in a second, but I loved the use of different wood types and a lot of these kind of like background area blocks, and I realized a lot of it was kind of just random. Like, not random, like, I feel like there was a purpose for the texture, but you could cover it with glass, and it was like, oh, it kind of blends together. And you're seeing these from far away. You're not meant to be, like, up super close like this. It's meant to be seen from far away because it's such a massive kind of style, including my favorite use was these chiseled bookshelves. I use these quite a bit. But I want to build, like, some different billboards and stuff, little LED signs that are going to hang off, maybe even take a crack at building our own electricity poles and stuff like that. Things like that. That's what I want to try building. Okay, let me set the timer. There we go. Can't say this word about myself. Me might talk like caveman or get distracted. But me promise. Me promise me get point across. Me will get point across. So, me make things like these. Little assets that we can use in a Cyberpunk build is what me thinking. Me always hate when people block that word. Sound good? Cool. So now me show you the finished product. Me have brain cells, me promise that. So here's the finished build. Completed it yesterday. Today, me went and put the frog light farm in it to make sure it works, and it does. So me very happy with it. Did not finish the back, so it's not 100% finished, but overall, me very happy. Me posted it on Reddit builds, Reddit Minecraft builds. People really liked it, gave me tips. Me experimenting with different things to see what we can do. Oh gosh, me head hurt doing this. So more builds like this me want to do. So me take stone and place it down and build it up to place assets. Batman, how you doing? Glad to see you. Hope you're having a good summer. Block looked nice next to block looked nice next to block. Stone block next to wood. Make odd happy. Oh, 2 minutes left. Me can do this. Me understand. Me upset about school supplies going on sale in the store in June. Me not happy. Ellie, how you doing? Happy to see ya. Good block. Yes. Me agree. So me think we start simple with air conditioners. Air conditioners are super easy. And you can do them in various kind of formats. Me want to try different ways. Brain really hurts with this. You're gonna be a sophomore, Batman. Can't be that sick of it. Best 2000 points spent. Me hope you enjoy it. Find more blocks. Me must. There. Sick of it. I hear that from... Oh, I did it. With 30 seconds left. Me did that. Me use it. Me hear you say that every day and first day of school. Okay. AC units. Me not restarting. Me not restarting. Me not restarting. So close. There we go. There's the timer. There are some streamers that do that, and then every time they mess up with the word, they have to throw a diamond into lava. And I don't have... I'm in the creative world, so it wouldn't work. And I've been stacking up diamonds in my forever world because I thought about implementing that, but I don't know if that's something I really want to do. But yeah, AC units are pretty simple because you can just put them in a 4x4 pattern. And I'm using Axiom to just move them around and flip them. But they work all the time, just like that. Rip diamonds. If it makes you feel better, we'll take a bunch of diamond blocks and throw them into lava. How's that sound? I'm not doing 5 more minutes of that. That is torture for me to do that. There we go. Diamonds into lava. Enjoy. I want to do marching band. That's one thing I will never do is a marching band. I would like to do a street marching band, but I don't ever want to do like a field marching. Field marching is not something that I want to do. Batman, you are too. You just don't want to admit it. You are, because you are a fantastic percussionist. And you know it. Yeah, dig the blast furnace. I think the furnace is the same as the dropper. Yeah, it is. Same thing. Your name is Batman on TikTok. Of course you are. Don't try to lie. And there's nothing wrong with being a nerd. Nothing at all. I can promise you that. It in my bones and soul to be good. I mean, there you go. All right. But yeah, again, AC units are going to be pretty simple. And I can always just copy and paste and we're good. There we go. And one thing that I learned kind of as I was watching videos on how to do different builds, you can take things like, was it like Blackstone wall, and you can connect them. And it kind of looks like wiring in a way. So something like that adds a lot to stuff in the Cyberpunk kind of world. But You can use pretty much any sort of industrial looking block. I really like the blast furnace, and then add a trapdoor on the front. And you could even probably make them like single blocks to add more. Hobo packets? What do you mean? All right, we're done talking about school, Ellie. We're done. How was the older crew? The best camping easy. Oh, best camping easy meal. Gotcha. Oh, wait, I have heard of hobo packets. The older crew's fine. The youngest of the 3 down here woke up crying again, but I got her to stop. Possible ban evader. No, she lost her old account. We gotta fix that. So other things that I am looking at doing are like taking grindstones and chains, which I use in a lot of like steampunk kind of style builds, or even medieval, but I feel like we could kind of use them here. Lightning rods would work. Probably even I don't know if daylight sensors. We're gonna try them out. I really like using lightning rods for different things because you can use them to look like piping. I just don't like that they don't connect. But from far away, you're not going to really be able to tell, which is fine. But if you connect them off of the top, they work really well. Kind of like that. And I don't know if we can get that to I don't think we can get it to turn sideways, sadly. But things like that you can connect up, and probably even make this like the connecting part of a billboard, which would be nice. Can I make an alien? I could try. Oh, that's pale hanging moss. Give me a second. I have an idea. I can make an alien. Here we go. Oh no. Boom. And boom. Boom. Alien. Hold the applause. There we go. A little alien. Again, I would love to have you working with the musical. That'd be great. Oh. Kibby, you got me that time. I mean creative. Why should I be scared of a creeper? To do those summer lessons. I do them. We're done. It's July. I haven't done them in weeks because we finished up. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Another thing I was thinking of is we could connect these like so. And then do chains going across. Which kind of leads into the gritty future kind of cyberpunk kind of style. You could even use that as a billboard. That would be fine. Yep, summer lessons are always in June. All right, see you later, Ellie. Have a good summer. And maybe I'll see you next week. We'll find out. But something like that. Like that. Wow. Voice crack all over. Brain wanted to work, but I can't think about it. I think we could also use grindstones for some various lights. Oh, I was hoping that would connect, but it doesn't. What if we did that? Yeah, something like this. The sides need a little bit more. Probably some copper would work. Let's try that. Here we go. Yes, we're going to try to go to powwow. I think a button would look really good. Like a blackstone button. Just to kind of give it some contrast with the copper. Yeah, something like that. I like that. Be cool. But the daylight sensor, I want... Where is the mangrove? I thought we had it in here. Yeah. I saw somebody take mangrove wood, and they essentially did a ladder. And they did a gradient, which I want to try a gradient, but I want to see how this looks first. They did something like this on the end, which I think this looks really good. Ooh, I kind of like that. Well, first, that top one being open. How about the bottom one? Yeah, which, because a lot of cyberpunk stuff has to do with like Japanese kind of architecture as well. I think that would fit really well. I'm liking that a lot. So the gradient, let me get rid of my inventory there. The gradient that I saw, it started dark. We'll grab that. And then the mangrove. I don't even know if the dark oak would probably be first. And then acacia. And then jungle. I think dark oak would have to be the bottom. And then we'd go to crimson. Like that. Probably put one more up. And then mangrove. Yeah, I'm seeing what they were doing then. Acacia. And then the jungle. I need jungle. Where'd it go? Jungle. Something like that. Oh, yeah. Okay, I can see that gradient. That would work really well in a lot of these. Putting my seamstress as creativity skills. Oh, to use for your godchildren? Well, that's cool. The only thing I was ever decent at when it came to sewing and stuff was buttons. I can do buttons because I replace a lot of my own if I can. And then if I can't, I have a lovely wife who does that for me. Why the ads? Again, if you guys don't want ads, you can always drop a sub. But if you can't afford it, I understand. I do plan on dropping or doing a promotion price for subs and gifted subs soon. I meant to do it for this month, but I took that week off because I went to go visit my grandfather. So hoping to do that. I have had a sale on my Patreon, which I need to promote that again. I can't remember if I thought I had that posted out, but I'll have to check. I know I did an ad or a promotion for that. Okay. So one thing that a lot of people were telling me for advice was using more iron. Now, my question with that is, iron's great if you have, let's say, if you have an iron farm. Otherwise, you're going to probably use it for different things such as weapons or tools like a bucket or shears or flint and steel. But I want to know if there's any things I can combine it with. I think the pale oak would be really cool. Along with some of these other little bits and pieces. So I'm kind of thinking in my head something like this. I don't even know what this would be, but you know, we're just kind of playing around and making up different what was it? I was watching another YouTuber do a lot of. He was going into a lot of depth with building Cyberpunk stuff, and this is where I kind of got the idea for today's stream was messing with this stuff. He called them gubbins, and I thought it was like, oh, that's an interesting little name. But something like this, where we're combining a lot of different parts together, but we're using iron as the main foundation for it. Being side-eyed by a baby. That's the worst kind of side-eye you can get. I'm used to getting side-eyed by teenagers, so. And honestly, it's not really a bad thing. It's just annoying when it's like, hey, practice your instrument. It's like, I don't want to. It's like, then why'd you sign up for band? Kind of looks like a fan. It kind of does. There's a... I don't think I have it in... Do I have it in this world? Let me go see. I just taught a lesson at a library, actually, on some animation stuff. Ooh, I can copy and paste that over here because we can use that in some of this, too. But you can do animated fans now with Redstone, which has been really cool. J. Kelton Craft, yeah, it's over here, has done some really cool stuff, and that influenced Mumbo to go do stuff and add that to his build. But this is probably, this one I think is my favorite because it's super simple. And it doesn't look like great up close, but the farther back you get, the more like a fan it looks, and I love that. And the best part about it is that if you pause it, boom, it looks like a fan just stopped. They thought they can an easy grade. No, you have to show up, you have to do what you're supposed to do, and you have to go to the concert. Those are the three things. Even if you don't sound great, you're still gonna pass. That's the great thing about band. Then there was this one, which I when I first put it together, oh, that actually looks a lot better. Normally I would have to like double paste that, but that's actually not too bad. That's like a 3-blade fan going. I think that looks really good. So something like this was really cool. And then it stops like that. And then this is a different one that I was messing around with. I can't remember who I saw do this. They did a really cool job explaining it, and I kind of changed things up I want. Greasy Fry Bread, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. But basically what it is, it's a campfire, and then we have a dispenser below and a dispenser behind, and if I click this button, it should turn the steam off. Oh no. No. Why is it not working? Why is it not working, guys? There we go. So yeah, and then it moves the steam down here. So we have these copper pipes that are funneling steam through different things, which we could use something like this, I think, in a Cyberpunk build. We would just have to replace these kind of trapdoors with probably the pale oak ones. I don't think it wouldn't work with this, but it is pretty cool. But it that's all it is 2 dispensers. Let me open these up so you can see. So yeah, it extinguishes it with the water. Gosh, dang it. Oh, I keep breaking everything. But you have to do it twice, because then it extinguishes one and then it lights the other one. I think there's a flint and steel, yeah, in the bottom. I tried to get them timed up, but the reason you have to do it twice is because I have it hooked up to copper bulbs, and in order to turn these on and off, you have to do it twice. Thank you. I can't take credit for it. I can't remember who showed me this, but I kind of made my own iteration of it and kind of played with it, and I really like it. I've been working a lot with a lot of animated stuff because I've been really wanting to do more. This has been kind of my obsession for like a week or two, is the block swappers and swapping blocks to be stone and stuff. I looked at different iterations of it where you could swap out sea lanterns and different blocks and how we could make it tileable. but this one didn't want to work for some reason. But then I found one of these. So here it is vertical, and it does a whole line of it, and then here it is from the bottom down. So in order to get this to switch, there we go. And it just swaps the block around, but you can make it vertical, so then when you swap it, it just does it in a really cool animation where it goes like that. I don't know what this song is. And then it pushes it forward, pulls it back, replaces it with the stone, and then, oh no. I want it this way. Come on. Wrong way. There we go. It's probably going to mess the whole thing up now. Yep, it just did. I love Axiom, but come on, dude. It doesn't ever want to work for me if I misclick. Dancing Pumpkin with the red Flintstone? What are you talking about there? Are you talking about the armor stand? That's only on Bedrock. You can't do that on Java that I know of. But I really liked this, and I wanted to build a giant kind of monolith and make it kind of like another portal of sorts with some fog effect going through, which I think turned out really good. You can't really tell the fog effect with the portal on, but it's all triggered by this, and these blocks should change like that. And it would just happen whenever daylight would change. But it would happen like every other day. Something like that. And I just thought that would be really cool. Never got around to finishing it. I plan on doing it at some point. Also, that I'm going to add animated water to my Forever World. I'm going to add that by the fishing village that I made. So if I go ahead and flick this lever, it triggers these dispensers to release water, and it just looks like water rushing up onto the beach. So I'm going to add something like this to part of my Forever World, and it's going to look really cool. I wish I could do like seashells and stuff, like washing up, but that's not possible. But I thought this was really cool to do. Let me trigger those again. Oh, there goes my monitor again, just turned it off and coming back on. Cool. But yeah, I think these fans would work the best. Probably something like this would be the best. So if I go ahead and I clone that, make a clone of it, and we'll go move it over this way. I'm learning a little bit more about Axiom. I want to get more into depth with it, but I just haven't had a chance to sit with it. But little things that I use it for help a lot. Let's get back over to my little asset wall that I'm building. And then I'm going to go take a look through Stella's giant build again and try to pick out a few that I can maybe recreate or do something with. Okay. There we go. And then we're just going to make this part of the wall like that. And it should, yep, just stick out the back. And I can turn it on, and it'll turn on. This is the only drawback, really, is the fact that it has to have so much sticking out. A lot of the other stuff you do in Cyberpunk and Bandit was talking about it last time, Solarpunk, it's very just like aesthetic on the outside, but this is more animated and things. But I feel like we could take this existing look and do kind of a gradient with the warped kind of wood. I don't know if we could use the prismarine. I'm wondering. Give me a second to kind of... If we do that and that. Something like this as like a gradient in the background. And then maybe wrap some darker trapdoors along the outside would look really cool. So if I did something like this, and then yeah, something like this looks really cool. I'm messing around with gradients. I'm still not great at them. But, you know, I'm going to keep messing with it until I can do it better. Get out of there. And then crossed. And then off the side like this. Don't need that one. Boom. Yeah. Animated fan, we can use it in a Cyberpunk kind of build. I think that works. Cool. All right, let's go and take a look over here. I know one thing that I want to practice building are fire escapes. I've seen fire escapes in builds all the time. But like even here, you can see she used observers to connect up with the telephone poles, which I think works really well. Even just like trash bins, like this is clearly a dumpster with trash bags on the outside. That could be used in a lot of different scenarios. Animated fan for the house, considering it's summer. That is true. What is this? Oh, this looks like one of the, like a restaurant. And then they have the chain for the outside, like a ramen shop, maybe, with how they have this kind of set up. That's kind of cool. I like that. A lot of the redstone components. Here's like a vending machine, which she's got a couple of these scattered throughout, which I think is really cool. And they're very simple, and like you can build them out of any different types of wood. Then there's the combination of like lights, chains, and levers. Like that's super easy, but it, CK. Why are you breaking my dishes? It's super easy to do because you just combine 3 different things, and you can make things look really, really neat. And you can do them vertical and horizontally just by how you place them, honestly. That, and then boom. Something like that. Easy. Easy peasy. Liking it. All right. Let's go back. Why do I keep typing? I keep typing E and then W. Ew. The whole time. But I'm liking this idea of having like assets built up that I can copy and paste, because then I can, if I like them, but I want to change the color, I can do that. That's easy. Like here's another different one that she's used with the blast furnace and the smoker, and just combining it with like a redstone repeater, iron trapdoor, and a hopper. Like super simple, but just adds just a little bit to the side of the build. Very basic vanilla tree, but in a holder there. Ooh, we can go through the back here. Oh, it's all empty. I got super excited thinking, oh, there's a lot more here that I didn't see, but you can see just how hollow this thing is. Like, it's clearly made to be aesthetic, but you could turn this into, if you downloaded this and wanted to convert the inside to a base, you definitely could. But it shows you so much of the blocks that she used in this build. It's really cool. Like, I really like it. And I'm so glad we have the copper blocks now, because that just gives us more to work with. Oh, and here's a fan. I like that a lot. This would be cool to animate if there was a way to do that. I would love that, but sadly, there is not. Oh, I never noticed this. Ooh. I'm gonna have to build that. Because that, like, even as just like a section of a window, that looks really cool. Oh, that's cool. Sorry, little things. And also, like, the little kind of Japanese style lanterns look really good. Little simple details, but like when you use them in such a massive scale, they really work. And I love that. The billboards, I'm going to build a few of these. Yeah, here we go. This is what I wanted to look at was the fire escapes. Which these are actually functional. I've seen a lot of builds where they are not. But taking something as simple as this and adding it to the side of a build just adds depth and texture. And also the play that she has with colors as you get into lighter colors going up. Like there's orange. I think it's going to be red. Yep. And then there's the top. It's like it's functional in a way. Ooh. Is this like a tea shop? I can't tell. I don't know what this is. But I love it. It looks good. Yeah. Ooh, here's another one. Yeah, so much stuff. Let's go add some more to the wall of assets over there. Cool things. Really cool things that I want to do. But I figured if I have a wall of this stuff that I can kind of pull from, I can like pick and choose and put stuff everywhere. And I might even add more to this build. Because I mostly did just a couple AC units and that was it. But I like the idea of using like a gradient type ladder and maybe playing with the kind of gradient color she did from purple all the way up to red. Like is really cool. Oh no, I might play with that a little bit as we go. But she had the smoker and then this thing was flipped around. And then the trap doors. Repeater was going in. And actually she had the hopper underneath. Boom. Don't know what it is, but it looks cool. I like it. And then her fan that she had. Let's add that kind of like down here. I don't know if I can recreate it exactly. Nope. How did she do that? I gotta go double check because I don't remember. But that fan looks really cool. And it's bigger, like it's on a bigger scale than like the small animated fan that I have. But I could see this working. Yeah, okay. So full block, full block. Oh, I was on the right idea, but it was just 3 stairs off that full block in different directions. Okay. And that's cool because you can do that in different oxidizations around the build depending on what your gradient is. If it's more of an orange kind of style, you can use more like regular copper and then more weathered as you build to different gradients. But it was like, yeah, like that. And this is where I'll have to play with it to see if I get it. That looks right. Yeah, I'm getting it. I'm getting it. Boom. Simple fan. And honestly, a button, this one. Actually, I think that looks better. I like her design, but I think for me, I would do this because that looks cool. And you can put this over like the line of different trapdoors. Yeah, it works. Cool. All right, so the fire escape kind of style. I want to try it out at deep slate just because I feel like for me blackstone looks a little too dark. But we can try some different things. Let's do a mixture of like the stone kind of stuff. Honestly, I could do the ladder. I think this is where the ladder would come in handy. Yeah, we'll build it like here. And something like that. I don't know if I want to do a full block or not. Probably should to a point just because of the wall. I think something like that would look really good. And then that's going to connect there, which doesn't look bad. Oh, I just had an idea. Just get rid of the... Yeah. That works, because it doesn't connect with fences, but it'll connect with walls. That's easy. Something like that would work really well on the side of something. Nope, I need to... Yeah, like that. I don't like that doesn't connect, but we can kind of mess with it a little bit. Kind of wonder if I could just do this. And then you take that block out to kind of go along with it. Yeah. Then we can take that bottom one out and it doesn't look so weird. I'm liking it. I like it. And we'll do one more set there and then call that good. It's simple, but it works. I like that. Excellent. I'm gonna go look one more time. And then I'm gonna go my break and I'll come back. And then I want to kind of freehand some stuff and see if I can. Actually, I want to do some of the banners and the, what are they called? Billboards. I want to build some of those. Okay, she's using comparators and a bunch of other blocks, but that works. Oh, here's one of the AC units. See, and polished blackstone works really well for that. It was this one that I wasn't sure. I think this is supposed to be as like a satellite dish. I think. But I like it. So we'll grab it. And then the power lines. Yeah. Let's go add these really quick. I want to hopper into blast furnace with comparator on top. Easy. And then the little satellite dish. Pretty good. I would love like an actual satellite dish block just because I get tired of building satellite dishes, like giant ones, but it's not too bad. And then boom. And you can actually make it ambient because of that light on the side. Epiloxus, how you doing, my friend? Welcome, welcome. And actually I like that more. Let's do that. With that on top. Boom. Boom. Oh, gosh. And then, boom. There we go. We'll be back till Thursday. Hey, no problem. I understand. But today we're shouting out Oklahoma. There we go. What is that, 31 now that we're shouting out? Excellent. Honestly, guys, the wall of assets for Cyberpunk looking pretty good. Like, I'm really, really liking this. It's little things that I can just pull and put onto builds, and I'm very excited for that. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my break, guys. I'll be back in like 3 minutes. I'm gonna go stretch my legs, probably get some water because this is giving me heartburn. I need to get just some actual water, and then we're gonna do some. It's time to come hang out. I'm gonna go say hi to my wife as well. Leonardo, thank you so much for the follow, much appreciated. Shout out to you over on TikTok. And then we'll come back. We're gonna do some billboards and such, some like light up ones and glowing ones for different builds. I really want to try writing in letters, like big letters and probably numbers for some builds, because I have a cyberpunk clock tower in mind in my head, and I want to see if I can come up with like kind of parts of it before we wrap up stream today. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my break, and I will be right back. Enjoy the in-flight movie. Keep your arms and legs inside the ride at all times. I am. Yeah, I was muted. That was me. Sorry. Good call on that, Epiloxes. So, yeah, I like what I've built up so far. I'm going to keep adding to it as I find stuff that I like. But I'm going to be cleaning up broken dishes. Thanks, CK. I'm going to do some billboards now to kind of see what we can come up with. I want to try this as... Oh, there goes that monitor again. Let me double check my cable for it. I don't know if it's... Oh, my music's on. Yeah, it probably shut off. I don't know what's going on with Pretzel Rocks, but sometimes it just wants to shut off. Let me see. There we go. We'll see if that did anything. The cable, it's tightened up. It's a VGA cable going through a USB adapter. I think it's either that or an HDMI adapter. Eventually, I do want to get my next build. I would love to get something with my mic is as smooth as butter. Well, that's good to know. Hello. My next PC build, I want to get probably a motherboard with onboard graphics, so that way I can have an output to a monitor from that, and then 2 outputs from a graphics card to my main monitors. But I don't have that capability right now, or 3 outputs, like decent outputs from my graphics card. We'll see. But I want to try the billboard. Let's go there, and then boom. So it's got to kind of hang off the edge of this. And I'm thinking kind of a yellow to start. I think that would look really good. Let's do... what is it? All right, sounds good, Epilox. It's always good to see you. See you on Tuesday. You have a good weekend, all right? What are the lights? I think it's shroom lights. I don't know if shroom lights would go well. That's more of an orange, I feel. There is this one. I think that would look really cool. So if we did more of a concrete light. Let's flip it around. Something kind of like that. I don't think that looks bad at all. And then outline it with the mangrove. I like that. I think that works. I don't know if anyone's in chat. What do you guys think? I think that looks really good. So if I did something like that, but more, let's do like an orange one. I like using this as like the anchors for it. Grindstones work great for it. The lightning rods aren't necessary, but I feel like we could even do that with the end rods, because the end rods are also like not connecting to anything, so they still will work from far away. That looks really good. I'm happy with that. Let's try another one. And I think we'll keep the same. Honestly, I can just copy it. What am I thinking? Boom. Something like that. Let's do a let's do an orange. Because this is like where I see the orange terracotta and the glazed terracotta working really well. And this would be more for the shroom light. I could see. The only thing I worry about is the concrete powder because I'm not working with like gravity being off. So if I place that, it will fall. But it adds to the build, which is nice. Let's go with that. Shroom light. And boom. Yeah, I think that works. This one I think will look better with a spruce outline. Actually, no, I don't. It would look better with the jungle. Jungle trapdoors will look better. Get out of there. Boom. Because then if I do, let's say, nighttime. Let's see, time set midnight. That gives us more of the kind of ambient glow. Adam, thank you so much for the rose, guys. Give Adam a round of applause. Didn't have to do that, but I appreciate you. It gives so much more for that animated or ambient kind of light, which I think will work better in a lot of these cyberpunk kind of style builds. Even if I add, I can't remember what shaders I have on. Yeah, look at that. Oh, thanks. Second rose, guys. Adam's going off. I appreciate you. You don't have to do that, but I appreciate you. Yeah, even with the shaders on, that gives me more of kind of the ambient stuff that I want with this. So we're gonna keep it. We're gonna keep going. I want to see how many of these kind of styles I can build going off of that. Because the nice thing is I can just copy this and do that. How many are in between this? 1, 2, 3, 4. And I can move it as well. Boom. All right, so I got that. Let's try red. So we'll stick with the warmer colors for now, but I think we could definitely get a good chunk of this. And then the certain shaders will actually make redstone blocks glow. So we'll try that. There's a lot more red blocks, honestly. I don't... Yeah, we don't really have a red light. We do have the redstone lamp. I don't know how good that would look, but we can try it. And since it's not getting... Oh, it could... Ooh, if we pair it with the redstone block, we could get power. Oh, there goes that monitor. I'm wondering if this monitor is on its way out, guys. That's so possible. And let's do the crimson trapdoor around it, because I think that would be the best looking one. But yeah, if we did something like that, because then it's powered. It's not red per se, but let's try it. Let's give it a whirl. And see if it works. I honestly don't hate it. I like this look. I like the look a lot. Go. Oh, and the redstone trapdoor works really well for a ladder too, because the vertical texture on it, that's honestly nice. I'm happy with that. Cool. And now let's do some of the the cooler colors like blue and purple. I just gotta move that. I thought I counted correctly. I did not. All right, blue. Decent amount of blue blocks. And we could even use glass if we wanted to. There's also even different shades of blue. Let's go with the dark blue for now. Then we'll try the light blue after that. I always feel like dark blue kind of looks like purple, but that's also probably my color blindness working against me there. As for the trapdoor to cover this one, we don't have any blue trapdoors except for the warped, which I always feel is more green. So let's do the oxidized. Oxidized, yeah, it just, the blue terracotta kind of looks more purple. But that's okay. We'll keep going. Honestly, pearlescent's more purple, but it's got some of the shade to it. Also, Kimmy, 10 minutes ago, gave me a hydrate. I didn't even realize that. Thank you, Kimmy, for the hydrate. Let's try it. We'll see if I like it. Nope. I think when we pair them, it's not as noticeable. That, I feel like this stands out the most. But that's okay. We'll give it a try. It's not the worst, but I feel like it doesn't work as well as I would like it to. But it's not horrible. So we'll keep it for now. I think it looks good, but yeah, let's try green then. I'm not going to do the light blue. And then green's also one where we got a decent amount of colors, but like dark green terracotta compared to like dark green concrete, it's very noticeable. Like this is like a, I would say a winter green. This is a kind of forest green. I would love a green, like an actual green wood, but I think the closest we're going to get is the warped. So we'll try that. I think that'll work. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom. And I think this will be our last one for the side of buildings, because we can always take these and cut them down to like be 3 long or 1 longer, but these will work just great. That's what I meant. That's what I meant. Using it like that. Oh, I remember when we used to use green concrete powder for moss before we even got moss as a block. I realized that as I was going back through some of my older builds. Like over there, I've got some ruin stuff that I've been kind of updating, and I was taking out some blocks. I'm like, this moss looked a little off because it wasn't moss. It was it was concrete powder, which I thought was funny as we were getting into that. Because I've seen people use melons and pumpkins, and I'm just not sure if that's what I want to do. So we'll try. But I think this looks really good. This is another one where I feel like you could use this as a ladder, because the sides would work, but it's the fact that it doesn't lay... Like, I can't turn my body at an angle to place them. That would be a cool feature to do, but doesn't really make sense in the world of Minecraft. But we got 5 different kind of light up billboards to go on the side of buildings. I think that works just fine. Oh, it looks like my internet just dropped completely. And now it's back. I don't know, are people there? If you're still here, type it 7 in the chat so I know you're real. I checked my internet before a stream and it should have been fine. I don't know why it's doing that. So I think we could take a similar style to this, but then do it vertical. So we're going to do that here. Boom. Do that. Lightning rod, end rod. 7's my lucky number. It's my favorite number. That's why I say 7. So Yeah, my internet, it might be OBS, but my internet's looking kind of weird. So what I've been doing lately is using shroom lights, but I could use, once I actually get frog lights going, I could use the Acre, I think it's how you say it. And go off of those. I hate how they're directional. I wish they were just one way, but I know it's nice having them be directional. But that works really well, especially with the trapdoors on top. Boom, just like that. And then you can do different kinds of writing, which that's what I want to mess with next after I make a couple of these. I probably won't make 5 like we did the other ones. Just because I want to... There's not many blocks that I would use for a vertical billboard like this, or horizontal. But this works also. And if I really wanted to get real fancy, I could put glass, not grass, but glass on the front. And do different designs. You can make it different sizes, but glass panes works a little bit better. There goes the monitor again. Nervous about that. I don't know. I don't know if I like that. Bigger, in this sense, bigger is going to be better with these billboards because you can do a lot more kind of writing with it. But the other thing I'm thinking of is doing kind of a wall of these with I think we'll do those and not mangrove slabs, mangrove planks. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know how many I'm gonna need, but we're just gonna go from there. So 7 wide, 4, that's 6, that's 7, that's 9. Let's start with that. So we could... I saw something on the side of a build. It was a Lego build. But they use this kind of like for vertical text, and I want to do it with a number, which is going to be 7, my favorite number. So something like this, and then as for building it, I think deep slate would be fine. Let's try it. We can always move it if I want, or change it up if I want. Know if I can do a 7 freehand, so I'm going to look up a map really quick of how to do it pixel art wise and go from there. I got a reference picture already pulled up for a different build I want to do. Let's see, pixel art numbers. Let's see if I can. I think I can do it like this. Might have to finagle it a little bit, but something like that. Hey, I remember you, Zam. How you doing? That does not look like a 7. That looks more like a 2. Is that? That looks kind of like a 7. Let's take these out. And try. Honestly, I don't hate that. That looks pretty good. If I did that. I honestly don't hate that. It could be a 7. I think it needs to be taller, honestly. You saved the world. You bought a car, and you got a pet cat. That's everything that's happened since the last time you were here. You managed to get a girlfriend, your first and hopefully only girlfriend. Well, congratulations. If you don't like cats, that's perfectly fine. I'm not a huge cat person either. That's okay. But congratulations on having a girlfriend. That's awesome. What was the other thing I was going to do around this? I think it was the trapdoors. I don't know what that was. Looked like a dust mite or something. All right. I fell. Back on up. But I'm thinking of like a ring around these with mangrove signs would be good. Not that one. I can never just shift down. There we go. And then do a border. So, which just adds depth to it. It's not like necessary, but it works. I don't know. I was really banking on that whole saving the world part. There we go. Yeah, the clock tower that I want to do, I think I want to incorporate something like this. It's not going to be like a giant clock where it has like all the numbers and stuff, but something like that would work. So now, if I take that same kind of an idea, and let's say I made it twice as long, and I try to do pixel art numbers. Not numbers, letters. What am I thinking? Because I saw a friend of the channel. I've watched him a long time. We came up around the same time for Minecraft channels. Was Adacraft, and he's got a lot of Cyberpunk stuff that I've been watching and having fun with. You have a Netflix original style love story. Both had a crush on each other for a while. Her longer than me. We were best friends. I don't know how well she believes, but if she asks everyone I talk to, they can back me when I tell her that I speak about her in the highest regards and am proud to be with her. Well, that is adorable. You should write all that down and eventually turn it into a Netflix original movie. That would be cool. Will I be able to fill your water bottle when I come back up? I sure can. I definitely can. But one thing, going back to this, one thing that Adacraft did was he did words that kind of sounded Japanese, because a lot of Japanese architecture is used in in Cyberpunk. So taking stuff like Ryu, which I think is more from video games, I think. So I'm interested to see how this will work. I think if we stick within the same kind of format, I have to make it bigger. But I think that will be fine. Let's go with that. Cancel. And then the U is going to be really easy. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll just go across like that. Yeah, something like that could go on the side of a building. I think that would be fine. And then you could also layer it around with these trap doors. Making sure. And just copy it to the other side. And nope. Back it up. Boom. Friend said Netflix original because I told my friend about her just 4 days before you guys started dating. Knew I liked her a lot. He's having a Netflix original story. I'm all for it. Biggest supporter. I'm really happy to hear we got together. Gotta have someone in your court every time. Sounds like a really good friend. Never lose them. Oh no, I misclicked. Yeah, I think that looks really good. That will go really well in any sort of cyberpunk stuff I do going forward. I like that. I want to kind of see if I can do a clock face in like this cyberpunk style. Like the sister you always wanted. Well, it sounds like he got a sister now. Honestly. 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's do 8 and 9. So it's going to be a pretty big clock tower. Sorry for the sneezes there. I don't know if that's 4. Let's get rid of that one. And this is just the most basic kind of like circle you could do, since we can't do a whole lot for circles in Minecraft. And I'm not putting numbers on it unless I really wanted to get fancy with like banners. I don't like that. Like that part works. And again, it's going to be from far away, so I don't know how well this will work, but we can try it. Kind of thinking just stick with trapdoors at this point. Something like that. Always try to help me figure out feelings. And she's only 17. He's like 22. Getting ready for work at 5 in the morning when he learned. It's always cool to like look at two people that you know should be together, and then eventually they do. Because there are some people I've met where they're just really good together. I don't know if I like that. I wish it could be more center. Unless I just make it perpetually noon or 12:30 the entire time. I don't know. It's better with the block in the middle, but I can definitely look at that and like see clock face. 12. Thanks, CK, for the like. 3 plus 9, 12. Yeah. It's not 4. I don't know what you're talking about. 27. Isn't it 20? 9 plus 9 is 18. Plus 9 again, it's 27. It's not 21. Alexa, what's 3 times 9? Yeah, 27. I was right. Don't try to pull the wool over my eyes there, CK. I know what I'm talking about. I don't know math very well, but I can kind of do it. Oh, that's like a post office. That's cool. I'm saving that. Sorry. My concept art stuff started popping up. And I've been looking at a lot of like concept art for Cyberpunk, so I'm doing that. Oh, that's adorable. I'm happy for you there, Zam. I don't get the generational lifting stones. That's the one that comes to mind for me, CK, is the 9 plus 10. It's like, what's 9 plus 10? 21. I know that one. I'm very happy you're happy, Zam. It's always good to hear cool things like that happen to you guys. I wonder if I could do the outside. I wish there was a trapdoor of things. Oh, I could do slabs. Do the outside like this. Oh, I can't do the sides like that though. That's the downfall. I really wish we had a black a black type wood in Minecraft and a green type wood. Or, you know, hear me out, vertical slabs, Mojang, would be great. But a darker trapdoor that's not brown would be excellent. For this purpose, I don't think it's going to matter. Just because it's going to be seen from far away. But it works. I don't know this meme, but it was a canon event for me. I've seen the Vine, because it was a Vine. I don't know how many of you guys remember Vine. And then I found it again over on TikTok, and it was, it's kind of like the 6'7" thing that kids were saying or are saying, and it's all dumb. It's all dumb stuff, but, you know, we roll with it, we go with it, and it's fine. Thank you so much for the hydrate there, Zam. As for me, since you asked how have I been, I've been doing pretty good. We're almost at 10,000 subscribers on YouTube, which I'm super happy with. Finished up my 7th year of teaching in May, working towards my master's, and just kind of going through life. I got my 2 kids. They're wonderful. My lovely wife and I are going on vacation, just the 2 of us tomorrow. My mom is coming to watch my kids. It's going to be nice to just kind of step out of the house for a few days, because I've been playing Minecraft a lot and doing a lot of building and a lot of recording and trying to get just ahead on things before the school year starts. And my building ambition has gotten bigger, which means the videos take about twice as long. It's not funny, and you hate it. I agree. It's not funny. There were a lot of times where my students were using it, and then there were a couple times I tried to get them to do it, just to see if they were paying attention, and they didn't, because they would be saying like 6'7". What is that? It's 6'7", and they would do dumb stuff like that. And I'd be like, hey, you know, Timmy, how tall are you? About 5'10". I'm like, you totally missed it. And all the people around them were like, you could have said it. I was like, oh man, it's not funny. Like, and it's literally part of a song that it's like a throwaway part. It's not even like the main part of a song. It's annoying. Anyway, but yeah, I've been doing pretty good. I finished up my sorry, I had a lot of mouth stuff there. That was weird. I just finished up my first 3 master classes in towards the end of June. I technically should be finishing my 3rd one, but I got done with it early because my teacher posted it. Super happy with this. And then I got another class I'm taking in the fall. I won't be done for the next 2 years, but I got the main part of it done, so I'm excited. If I can get done sooner, I'm going to. But I'm really happy with this. All right, how much time we got? Well, we got about 20 minutes left in the stream. It's literally not funny. What happened to comedy and actual funny stuff like Kevin Hart, Betty White? Oh, gosh. I'm not saying that last part, Sam. That part is not funny. It is a tragedy. I do hear people make jokes about it. And I think we do that to hide our sadness. But, you know, I would like to see some actual, you know, comedy. Because my students, like, they can be funny. But they just lean so much into the weird meme stuff. And it's not fun. I'm going to pop over into my main world. And kind of show you guys where that Cyberpunk build that I did is going. Because I'm going to be working on getting materials for it. That's what I've been doing like the last 2 days. Because it's going to take a lot. But if we go up here to the nether roof, I finally punched through, and I found a super easy way to do it. It was so simple. I did it 3 times in a row on a test world, and I figured if I can do it 3 times in a row on a test world and have no hiccups, I can do it on my survival world. And I did. First try, done. Disappointed in my generation and Gen Alpha and Beta. It's every generation has their own kind of stuff. I think my generation even had things, but I don't remember it being like crazy. I'm a millennial, and there's a lot of things that are said about millennials that I don't necessarily agree with. But, you know, I don't remember us having anything that stood out that was this annoying. You know what I mean? But if I hit this, so this is the schematic for Lightmatica for the Cyberpunk build that I am going to do, and this is going to be our frog light farm. And one thing that I'm super proud of that while I was messing around with stuff is I made my name on the billboard. It just is odd, and I'm super happy with that. I have played Minecraft Story Mode seasons 1 and 2. My wife and I played them together. They are a lot of fun. I don't know if I have them on here. I have them on PlayStation. But it's going to be a frog light farm. Pretty simple. We're going to build like the main inner part first. And then we're going to build the outside after. So honestly, we can probably get started building this up. Just to kind of have it ready to go. And I should stream it? Honestly, not the worst idea I've heard. I would not be against that. I think you can get it on Steam. I'd have to check. But yes, I think you can buy it on Steam. The company that made it, Telltale, they are no longer in business. What happened to my sword? Did I throw my sword in there? But I have it on PlayStation. I could easily just plug my PlayStation into... I did not. Where did my sword go? I can plug my PlayStation into my capture card, but I have it hooked up to my Switch 2 for some of the classes I teach. But I'll have to consider that. Maybe I'll put a not anymore. You can get. You have a method. Oh, is it pirating, Zam? Is it pirating? Are we going to the 7 Seas for this? I don't know if that's what I want to do. I would rather just plug my PlayStation in. Because my PlayStation has gotten the most use as of recently because my son's been playing Spider-Man 2. I would rather just throw it in the PlayStation and call it good. Where is my sword? It was right here. Did I throw it into something? I better not have lost my sword. Oh, there it is. Shrunky boy. An ape. It's still the same thing. Yeah, if I'll consider that because it's Minecraft. It's still in the Minecraft world, and I do like the story mode. The story mode's fun. I need to get more dirt. So let's go to a spot where I haven't like torn it apart. This monitor. I swear. I'm going to shut it off for the night and we'll test it tomorrow because I got to move some files from this to my laptop because I'm going to take my laptop on the road and teach on the road. But I'll test this monitor out tomorrow to see if it's going to do this. Oh. Just pop my shoulder. It's getting dark. Come on. Right? Am I going crazy? Yeah, I am going crazy. But here are frogs. Took me forever. It took me like 2 hours to get those last night. But I finally got them. I also got a couple bees, which I need to set up a automatic bee, like honeycomb farm. That's going to be one of the things I do in this video. It's not going to be anything spectacular. I'll do a bigger one later, but it's something that I can just let sit. I can AFK nearby, and it'll just get honeycomb as we go. Oh, there's the rain I wanted when I was getting powdered snow. Long-term effects of spoiler. Jesse, oh gosh, destroying the command block to where the dragon is an essential being. And when the command block was destroyed, so was the dragon. So the world started ending and we played survivors trying to hunt down Jesse. Oh, that's a cool idea, actually. I would have played that. I'm going to go sleep quick and get rid of this thunderstorm. Ooh, I gotta get some Tums or something. My heartburn has been really bad. There we go. All right, and I do want to add more over here, so I think we will find a good area above a certain point. Probably like in level with this. What level are we on right now? 71. And then tear down stuff from there. You toss the script after I finish Season 2 because the way I ended Season 2 is perfect. Never want to touch that save file again. That's fair enough. Okay, so nothing there. I want to go above. Did I pick the wrong height to go? Because I'm going to add a bunch more builds over here. Oh, another bee farm. Is this my silk touch? Yes. I'll take that. Okay. I guess we're going to go off this direction and just find a good spot to tear out a bunch of dirt. Like little patches like this, and then eventually a bigger patch. And I'm fine with that. I have a section that I was tearing out, but I tore out so much of the dirt. Like, here's fine, because I could tear out underneath, and it just rips through. Can't blame you when you had to play Choose Your Own Story game, and it's so well, you never want to play it again. Yeah, I agree. There's a lot of games I've played like that. Sorry, my throat is wanting to bother me. I need to get a silk touch shovel. One of the games that I played a lot, and I think it ended. It had a set ending every time. It was the Tony Hawk American Wasteland skate game. You always ended it the same way, I think, but I liked that there were a lot of choices you could make in that game too, and the ending for me was always pretty good. Guy got the girl. When I was in high school, that was always like my ideal story. Like, and I guess as an older dude now and being 32 and married, like, still kind of is my story. Because my wife will always say I'm the romantic one. I'm always the mushy gushy one, which is pretty accurate. But we can at least get enough dirt grounded up. Ooh, zombie villager, where are you at? Oh, you're down there. Okay, yeah, I'm not going to bother with you there. Not worth it. I also turned all of my librarians back from zombies. Still don't know how that happened. But that should, I would say, should be enough dirt, but it might not be. I got about 10 minutes left in stream, guys, so just a heads up on that. I might try to see if anyone I know is available to raid. I might see if Carrot's streaming or not. I can never remember. He was earlier. Actually, I have a stone generator back home. I'll just go and punch that a little bit. Oh, there's another bee. Another bee hive. Come on, bee, you gotta come to this one. Hydrate. Thank you. Appreciate you. Come on, get in the beehive. You too. Wish they would just pathfind into it. Because I think I have 5 bees over at the house, but I would like more. I don't have any flowers. Do I have any flowers I can entice them with? Prowley, how you doing? I haven't had a chance to look at your channel, bud. And I was just thinking about that the other day. I was like, ooh, I should check out Prowley's channel, and then I got distracted. If I were streaming right now, you could have rated me. I was playing Amnesia: The Dark Descent on stream. That sounds really cool. Did they go in? I don't see them around. There's one. There's none. Dang. I don't think there are any bees. There's a bat, though. I don't think I've ever seen a bat out in the open. That's crazy. Squid. Oh, well. We got more bees nests. That'll be great for our bee farm. And I can always breed them up. That's the nice thing about it. How am I doing? I'm doing pretty good. We're wrapping up stream in like 6 minutes now, but we just got done working on a bunch of like Cyberpunk assets for some future Cyberpunk builds because I really want to do a really big tower. And then we're just hopping over to the Forever World here, just getting some small stuff done. Finished the game on stream today. It was really fun. If you're ever in the neighborhood when I'm streaming, come stop by. I will definitely do so. I try to hop into people's streams when I'm cooking, because it's like the one time where I can like put my phone on like my holder and I'm not doing anything that I want to like disassociate from. When I watch anime while I'm doing dishes, so I'll put like One Piece on, which is what I've been watching. Cooking I can do second nature, so I usually try to watch streams when I'm doing that. There we go. Let's add these bees really quick. And a couple of these. I thought I grabbed... Oh, yeah, I did grab 2 more flowers. Started watching Breaking Bad for the 5th time. It's a good show. I used to have the first 4 seasons on DVD, but why am I so laggy? Oh, so I'm at 34 chunks. That's why. That would explain it. So yeah, I've got these guys. And they already have honey. There we go. 5 times is not enough. The show is amazing. Breaking Bad is a really good show. I 100% agree with that. It is a good show. I never did watch Better Call Saul, but I have seen Breaking Bad in its entirety. There we go. But yeah, this stone generator will work great. I can't even remember. Yeah, there's already a lot in there. But I haven't used it since I broke my pickaxe. So, yeah. So I have it. I've tried not to break my pickaxe. Jump into lava and see how long you'll survive. I've got fire protection 4. I think I'll be okay. Am I going to jump into lava? No. Definitely not. Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Check me out if you ever get the chance. I will definitely do so. I stream Tuesdays and Thursdays as well. But this month I picked up a lot of extra classes. Whew. Sorry, it's late. That I've been teaching. So I've been teaching a Minecraft class on Thursdays, and then I teach I think it's a Minecraft class on Tuesday. It might be a Pokemon class. No, it wasn't Pokemon. What was it? Mario Kart? Hello? I swore I just saw someone walk by. Alexa, turn on Office 2. I thought it was my wife. What is going on? That freaked me out. Holy cow. It's 5 to 10 right now. I don't know if it's Herobrine. So I work part-time for a company called OutSchool, and what OutSchool does, it's like online teaching. So students can, if they're doing like homeschooled stuff, they can do homeschooled classes through there to learn how to do different things. They can do math, they can do science, they can do music lessons. But the side that I work for is with a bunch of other teachers. We're in like a big group, and we do like social clubs for kids. So if, let's say, Timmy in middle of nowhere Kansas, out in the middle of a cornfield, doesn't have a lot of people nearby that he can play Pokemon with, he can sign up for OutSchool and take online classes with other kids and gets to play Pokemon with kids his own age and has the same interests as him. So what I do as the teacher is I serve as kind of like a mediator for the class and just kind of like am there to chaperone, but we just play video games and it's so much fun. I've been having a lot of fun doing it since I started in May, and yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I've been doing quite a few Minecraft classes. I just got some Mario Kart online classes. I don't have any kids enrolled in it yet, but I'm waiting for them to get enrolled as kids start getting Switch 2s and stuff. I've subbed for a couple Legend of Zelda classes and things like that, and just having a lot of fun. Like, I really do that. I really do love doing that. It's been so much fun doing. My house is haunted. I doubt it. The people who did own my house before my wife and I bought it, they did sadly pass away, but it wasn't here. It was like 45 minutes away. Thanks for the hydrate there, Prowley. It's 5 in the morning for you. Whew. I couldn't. I like to sleep at 5 in the morning. I do some of my students like on there know that I stream and know that I make content, but I legally can't tell them what my channel and stuff is. If they just searched up my gaming handle, which is OddmanMC, pretty much everything, they'd find it. But if a kid came to me and said, I really struggle building roofs in Minecraft, and I could be like, hey, I have this really good video that would help you out with understanding different styles of roofs and how to build them. Go check it out. And it's my video, but I can't tell them it's my video. So they just do that. It's 9:58 right now, yes. as we're wrapping up stream, bots are coming in. My gosh. You gotta love it, guys. Give me a second to just get rid of this. Yeah, block. And we're just gonna report. We're on the same time zone. Awesome. Yeah, that's cool. Spam bots. Boom. Pretty sure it's a bot. There we go. No. Cool. The bot's name. Careful Criticism. I mean, it's a cool name, but I hate bots. All right, how much stone do we got there? Yeah, that'll be good. Let's go drop this off, and then we're gonna wrap up, guys. But I have had a lot of fun. Love chat with you guys. You know, guys, that's my favorite part of streaming, is getting to chat with everybody and do all this, and it helps me stay on top of things for my actual YouTube videos. So I really do appreciate you guys coming in, chatting and stuff. Even if it can't be here every time, or it can't be here for a while, like, I get it. Stuff happens. Like, life happens, and you guys all have lives to build, so I'm not gonna be mad about you for missing. Your comment got modded. Interesting. I don't know what you typed that would have gotten you modded. Did Nightbot not like something? I thought about switching Nightbot out for something different, but I don't know what to do, though. Oh, I saw the stretch you just gave me there. Give me 1 second. There's been a couple times where, like, my stream's been empty and all I ever got was bots. It happens. All right, we're going to drop these off. And then when I get on tomorrow, I'll start placing in some of these things as we go. But I'm going to wrap on up. I'm going to see if any of my buds are streaming. I really wish it would show more of my friends. CK breaking the dish. Oh. I do have some, which is what CK's using. He requested VTuber, which we're not even using. Am I following anyone that's live? Subby is streaming. We'll have to drop a raid over to Sublimiter. So we're gonna drop over there and give him some love. He's been streaming for about 3 hours and 10 minutes. He does a lot of modded stuff. It was really good. But we're gonna raid over there, and I will see you guys next week. Have a good weekend, and always remember the most important thing is to be odd and wash your hands. Peace, guys.